You have the home field advantage with Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Clinic. Orthopedic surgeon Dr. Timothy Hawks and sports medicine physician Dr. Matthew Pyle lead an A-team of certified athletic trainers and physical therapists working with athletes of every level to prevent injuries, enhance sports performance, or heal through surgery and rehabilitation. Let Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Clinic get you back in the game and keep you in the game.
Come watch your favorite team and earn points with our new Blazin' Rewards program, only at Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
Hi, I'm Nathan Wilcom, manager at the Longhorn Steakhouse here in Salina, Kansas. We are proud supporters of our local high school sports team and our community. I'd like to invite you to join us for a great meal at Longhorn Steakhouse. We are open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. We hope to see you at our restaurant, and when you do, ask for me or our managing partner, Sarah Grimes. We'd love to say hello.
At Domino's, they work hard to make it easy for you to earn free pizza. How hard? We probably don't have enough time to talk about all the ways they've invented for you to order, but we do have time to talk about the new ways you can earn Piece of the Pie rewards points towards free pizza. Now you can earn points when you place an order by phone or in store. That means you can earn points any way you order. If you would like to enroll, see Domino's.com/rewards or call Domino's. Hello and welcome to part 2 of week 8 here on Friday Night Football, here at our doubleheader, also here at Salina Stadium. On the first part, we had Salina South picking up their first win. Tonight, we have the Salina Central Mustangs looking to get yet another victory here in Salina as they take on the Hayes Indians. And I'm one of your co-hosts, Colin Crowder, and with me is my partner and friend, Charles Ross.
And we can't wait for this game to get started, just to see how this plays out.
Hayes go ahead.
After that loss last week, especially, I would look for the Salina Central Mustangs to come out on fire.
Yeah, we had the showdown last week between Central and Mays. And it was, I don't know, I'd say maybe mildly close. I can't remember the final off the top of my head, but it wasn't necessarily a blowout, but Mays kind of had a comfortable lead most of the way through. Hayes coming in at 3-4, Salina Central 5-2. Again, just like last night, it is the final game of the regular season. Both teams will be playing their first round playoff game next week. We have another beautiful night here on Friday night.
Stands are a little bit fuller tonight than they were last night.
A 5-2 football team will kind of do that sometimes. The captains taking the field, shaking hands. Kind of getting through the formalities, I guess you'd say, before they start smacking each other around.
That's it. maybe the only times you're friendly until the end of the game.
Exactly. And it looks like the toss has been decided. Hayes has won the toss. I think pretty much every time we've seen the team who wins is usually deferring, but tonight Hayes wants the ball.
First. So they will be testing the Salina Central Mustang defense just to see how good it is.
And you kind of have those thoughts. You're like, man, is Hayes on offense? The coaches think that they can get something going right off the bat against Central's defense. Kind of those statements kind of like that seem to kind of point in that direction if you want the ball first.
Yeah, or do they feel that they can take all of the air out of the Mustangs?
Yeah. I've always been granted I have never been a coach, but I've always kind of been a person that likes to get the ball at halftime. And that's kind of where the defer kind of goes in.
Well, I've always been told if they take the ball and they score, then it was a good call.
That was.
And we've seen that happen a few times this year.
A drive at the first drive of the game and a drive at the first drive of the second half.
Yeah.
They're both 7 points. Talon Peters, as always, going to start the festivities. And Talon kicks it left side, going to bounce at the 20. Going to be fielded before it goes out of bounds by the Indians. Indians kind of had a little bit of a running room there.
Yeah.
Gets it across the 30, going to be marked out maybe around the 31. We'll see where they mark it officially. And I think that's where they're going to put him. Everybody just seems to love to start their drives at around the 30 to 40.
I was just getting ready to say that.
As you watched our part one with Salina South and Newton basically seemed like every single drive starting in between the 30 to 40 yard line.
I'm wondering if we were going to have a flashback of last night.
And that's going to be a quarterback keeper. Good job of Central defenders staying at home, making that tackle.
He didn't get much out there. That defense crashed in pretty quick there.
Looks like Palmer Hutchison, the quarterback, senior. He's going to roll out right side.
He has a man, too.
Pass complete and first down to Jaron Canuck.
Looks like they're lining up fast, too.
Not seeming to be wasting any time.
No.
Hayden Brown, the running back, going to be offset left side. And he's going to get a carry here. Gets some good yards. Pretty good tackle as well by the Central defense. Picked up 4 there.
And on first down, picking up 4, I'd say that was a good first down. Trips.
And it's going to be another run there. Get just a few more. Going to bring up a 3rd and 3. Ball right at midfield. And Hayes going to step back, get the call in, plenty of time on the play clock. They're going to look left side. Pass a little bit low, but pass complete to Keaton Markley. And that results in another Hayes first down.
And if they keep continuing to do this, I'm believing they will be in the end zone next.
Seemingly not going for kind of some of the big plays, definitely keeping it really short, getting the yards they want. Gonna look right, left, pass tipped up.
Wow.
It looked like Keaton Markley for the Indians looked like he was gonna come down with that and start running with it, but it kind of went off his fingertips. But a good job by the Mustangs there, creating a little bit of chaos. And with that, first time Hayes not getting any yards on first down. Gonna roll out, gets another pass that seemed to be in the hands, but I don't know if it was just something where he looked like he caught it fully, but then the thing just kind of squirted out at the end.
Now this is a big third down for the Salina Central Mustangs. If they could stop the momentum now.
That's kind of the whole premise of the bend, don't break. And even if they kind of stop him right here, might not necessarily be 4-down territory, but Hayes seeming to be kind of aggressive, taking the ball first, getting a few first downs, they might do it.
And he's back to pass. He has a man.
Markley looked like again. Got him just kind of an outside route. Had a good maybe step or two.
And they're just moving the ball up the field with seems like no problem at all.
Their passing game seems to be very solid so far. Making good passes. Receivers being in good position.
Another pass.
There's another one, but a drop again. Pass maybe just a tad behind the receiver, but
so they
definitely
must have
catchable.
seen something in the films that says that it's easy to pass on these Mustangs.
Yeah.
Because they are consistently passing.
We haven't really seen a ton of passes. I believe like when we saw teams like Campus and Hutch, I mean, all they did was seem to run the ball.
Yeah.
And that's going to be handoff. Brown picking up a good chunk of yards. Maybe going to get about 8 there. Brings up another third down, but only 2 yards for another set. 2 yards get him a first, and 3 gets him into the red zone. It's going to be a keeper by the quarterback.
Well, he's got the first down.
Gets it to about the 11. Had some pretty good blocks and some opening there. And the quick speed as well by Hutchison.
That closed up at the end, but it was wide open there for a while. Not so sure if he would have had a little more speed if he wouldn't have been to the house.
New set of downs for Hayes, being able to get another first down on the 1 if they get there. Gonna look into the end zone. Pass over the head of his receiver, and just kind of looking at the size right there. Definitely kind of a mismatch. Dylan Reuter, have him listed here at 6'8".
Wow.
And kind of just seeing him line up against number 4 of the Mustangs on the far side. Kind of see why they could go to him. Decide to run on second down. Get maybe about 3. And we say it pretty often, but another third down.
And as we say very often, a very important third down. Although they're in 2-down territory.
Yeah, I think even if Hayes doesn't pick up a first here, I would expect them to run it. But they're going to roll out. Quarterback looking, going to keep it himself. And a good job by one of the wide receivers. Kind of was out for a pass, but then when he saw his quarterback going to take it and run, really just kind of sealed it.
No, didn't they call that a touchdown?
I believe they did.
That is a touchdown.
Kind of hard
for
to
the
see
Hayes
from
Indians.
our angle here in the booth.
Well, I kind of thought he crossed that cone.
I mean, who knows, we could have had a thing like yesterday where we saw a signal
Yeah.
touchdown and then it wasn't.
That is true.
Hayes on for the extra point. And it is good. In 4 minutes, 4 seconds, that drive by the Hayes Indians to take a 7-0 lead over the Mustangs.
So now, do you see why they did what they did on the coin toss?
I think we can see why they accepted. They wanted the ball. Clearly something they thought they could kind of see and exploit.
And come down and score
And
before Central gets the momentum.
and obviously it's early, but we're not really used to seeing Central being down
No.
here in Salina.
But when a team comes down and scores on you, it changes the whole mental aspect of the game. You know that they can score because they've just done it.
Yeah.
So what the Central Mustangs need to do right now is to grab a hold of that ball and take it down and score also.
I expect we'll be seeing a lot of 33 on this opening drive by the Mustangs.
That's what everybody's expecting anyway.
And Hayes gonna kick it pretty
Wow.
straight out of bounds.
Wow.
Really,
What was that?
it's almost gotta be, it seemed like designed. It was so far away that there was really no shot.
So the Mustangs will start on the 35-yard line.
That was just kind of a complete hook there.
What did they start on the 32 or 31?
I think it was about 31.
The Mustangs start on the 35, and they're saying, what can you do?
Yeah. It looks like they're going to officially be
What?
they're going to do 45-yard line. And see, I wondered about that because I don't know if necessarily that kick out of bounds even got to the 35.
Wow.
It seemed like it went out before that.
Wow.
So instead of the 35, they're going to get it on the 45. Central still getting the play in. Got 10 seconds on the play clock. And it's going to be a keeper there by Driver. Number 20 lined up kind of in the quarterback position.
See, everybody was expecting the same thing that you said, number 33 to get the ball, and it opened up for Mr. Driver. That's what I call football.
Ben Driver lined up again as quarterback. Handoff Peters this time.
And he goes nowhere.
And they had a
They're there.
2nd and 1 might result in a 3rd and 2, but it looks like they're going to get no gain on it. And
He's got a
finally,
first down and more.
finally we see number 12. I was kind of looking for him on the field.
Yeah.
And there is Jackson Kavanaugh. Didn't really hear necessarily anything about him being injured or anything. That's why I was trying to look. New set of downs after the run by Kavanaugh. And they're going to look to pass right side
That's it.
over the
He has a
middle.
man, and it's a touchdown for the Salina Central Mustangs. So just that quick, they're right back in it.
Great pitch and catch there. Great throw, great catch. And we're missing number 36 for the Mustangs. Play clock is just now starting, plenty of time. Kick is
no
up,
good.
and it's going to be no good. Central does answer the touchdown, but does not match on the extra point, and Hayes is still going to leave 7-6. Those are the kind of moments that really screw up a game.
Yeah. That means that sometime in there you've got to go for 2.
Yeah, but I mean, if the offense kind of consistently performs like they just did, and maybe the Central defense able to get a stop, might not be a matter. But so far, looking at both offenses, might be in for a back and forth game.
Wow, right back. They come right back and score.
And through the air, nonetheless. Still 6:42 left in the first quarter. 7-6 Indians. Peter's going to kick this one off. Pretty good kick there. And that's going to go out of the end zone. Is that a frustration kick almost?
That's something. He definitely put the foot to it that time.
Yeah. Well, you know, they're going to be starting their drive on the 20, and I mean, from what we've seen last night and even tonight, that's pretty bad starting field position. 20-yard line, that's not very good.
Not at all. That's actually pretty poor. You don't want to start at the 20.
The Indians going to start their second drive. It's going to be a keeper.
Quarterback
Hutchinson.
keeper, he's cut. Wow,
They
he
pick
picked
up maybe about 6
yards.
Carrying the ball is number 6, Palmer Hutchison. Coming up and making the tackle, number 4, Gabe Prester.
Indians going to again line up 3 receivers to the left side. And it's going to be a handoff to Brown. Getting by some, picks up maybe 3. It's going to be about a 3rd and 1.
The offense continue to do like they're doing. We may have a shootout here tonight.
Central doing a pretty good job getting it to 3rd down, but just not able to finish the 3rd downs as Hayes has converted all of their 3rd downs so far, and there seems to be another right there. Seems to be what, maybe 5 for 5?
Yeah. They can't seem to stop them.
But again, they did get one when they were 3rd and 10, but a little bit easier to convert a 3rd down when you only got like 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, which most of their situations have been in. Central's defensive line, a little bit of the linebackers
Looks
getting
like
a little
they were
antsy.
moving up there a little bit.
Hayes pulls it out and gonna get the play, and only 5 on the play clock. Clearly has enough time.
Fakes it, and it's a pass.
Good coverage there. Wide receiver for Indians. Throw ended up being a little bit high, but 2 Central defenders there.
If that wasn't going to be it was awful close there, I would say. I didn't see him reach for his pocket.
Yeah. Bring up 2nd and 10. Hayes going to pull out 2 receivers each side. Hutchison, they're going to kind of roll out left, lead block for the running back. And good tackle there by the Mustangs. Only going to be about 3-yard gain there.
3rd again.
Drew Burgoon able to make the tackle.
No, 3rd and about 6.
No yards after catch does make it a little bit tougher 3rd down. I think Hayes might look for their tall wide receiver number 15 at the top of their screen. Kind of just got one-on-one kind of coverage out there.
Fakes it.
He's getting pressure. Central is able to get through numerous Mustangs.
He gets the 1st down.
That is some quickness that I don't know if Central's seen from the quarterback position.
And he shook some tackles there, too. There's a couple of guys that you would have thought should have brought him down.
Just kind of how fast he was able to move his feet and just the kind of transition to trying to just escape and then just running up the field. Gets another third down conversion for the Indians. Going to roll out right.
Whoa.
Flips as he throws, and it's picked off! Ben Driver with the interception, still on his feet. We're going to get a flag maybe at the very end. I think maybe the quarterback, Hutchison, is kind of getting maybe tangled up with number 18 of Central. Maybe be something like a personal foul, but I think clearly after the interception that wouldn't necessarily be roughing the passer. Roughing the passer would negate the interception. Quarterback Hutchison slipped as he threw it. Looks like it was number 19 with the unsportsmanlike conduct. It was Quentin Stewart. And that's going to back Central up to the 32. Kind of just essentially kind of negated the good return by Driver. Central gets the turnover, though. That's going to be kind of a fumbled there, mishandled the snap, but kind of at the same time, we also had a flag here on the close side of the field on the sideline. Be like an illegal formation maybe kind of thing. Not necessarily a dead ball foul. But Central lucky not to give it right back on a turnover. No foul on the play is called, but kind of the disaster play seemed to happen, but Kavanaugh still able to get 2 yards out of it. And we're going to see Peters again making some cuts. Kind of seeing vintage Talon Peters there. Gets it down to a manageable 3rd and 1.
You see him jump over that. He jumped over the man that was laying there on the ground.
I feel like we've seen him do that just a few times so far this year, too.
Yeah.
Central getting the play in. Doing a good job getting lined up with plenty of time. We hand off Peters again.
And
making cuts. Cutting outside. Got 2 blocks in front of him.
He
gets 1.
Whoa.
Gonna be maybe marked out at the 25. Kind of weird right before Central snapped that ball. It got very quiet in here in the stadium.
I think he was one man from taking it to the house.
Had some really good cuts and good blocks.
Again.
Peters again. Cutting it outside again. This time going to kind of slip and fall. Pick up about maybe 8.5 or so. And they're going to give him 8. A little bit of a high snap. Kavanaugh is going to keep it, and he's kind of in trouble. Going to be taken down for about a 3-yard loss. Kind of tried to fake the run with Peters as they'd gone to the last few downs. Not falling for it. We're back to 3rd and 5. Passing situation. Going to be a screen to Peters. Gets some good blocks. Inside
Looks
the
like they
10
had the first down.
to the 6. Good play call
First
there.
to go.
First and goal, Mustangs handing off Peters. Kind of see, like, for a minute, I didn't know if Peters had the ball. Was very slow on that. I was thinking, like, man, he's got the ball, right? Like, I mean, it kind of seemed like he was running a play fake there. You can kind of see Peters' shoulder pads kind of raising and lowering pretty quickly. Obviously, probably out of breath with the runs he's had on this drive. And gonna pull it down.
Rolls out.
Kavanaugh
Has a
gonna
man.
pass
And
it.
it's touchdown.
I believe it was who they called the penalty on the unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 19, Quentin Stewart, comes back and gets a touchdown reception.
And so just like that, the Mustangs are up. A key turnover by the Hayes Indians. And the Mustangs march it down the field.
Kind of interesting. They are electing to go for the extra point. Not going to maybe try and get 2 this time.
They get this one.
It is through. Mustangs take the lead for the first time tonight, 13-7. And even if you have like a back and forth between the offenses, even just that one stop is going to go a long ways. And Talon Peters coming off the field there, getting some words with his head coach, Mark Sandbo. Only 1 minute, 11 seconds left in a pretty entertaining first quarter.
Yeah, you would say that.
Another good kick, gonna be fielded about the 5. Hayes got some blockers going right side, but able to be cut down about the 22.
Returning the kickoff for the Indians, number 5, Hayden Brown. Tackle on the play made by number 20, Ben Driver.
So the last time that defense was on the field, they had a turnover.
They got the pick, kind of obviously a little bit of help from maybe the grounds crew here at Salina Stadium. Quarterback Hutchison slipping as he threw it. Obviously not where he was intending on throwing that ball. And that's going to be a keeper by the quarterback. Kind of a good read there. Gets about 5 on first down. Hayes doing really good, getting first down yardage. Only been
You think
a
they
couple
would
of
go
instances
up top
they haven't.
to their tall wide receiver?
Yeah, Dylan Reuter.
I don't believe I've seen very many. I've seen a couple go to him, but
And they kind of just have him kind of just by himself on one side of the field, usually the far side. And that's going to be a handoff. Gets first down, gets pile moving. And that looked like Roy Maroney.
Here the ball is number 45, Roy Maroney. Making the tackle, number 57, Fernando Rodriguez.
I believe that might have been his first carry of the night. Usually Hayden Brown carrying the ball so far for the Indians.
man,
It's in
motion,
Brown
little
left side,
fake,
gonna
these
pump
fakes to
fake
that
to him.
side.
Down the
At the
field,
middle. Oh!
had had him open.
If he
Central
catches that, it's to the house he goes.
Ben Driver, who made the interception on the last set of downs, kind of fell down, but with the drop pass a little bit behind, the ball almost ended up in his lap.
Yeah. I'm telling you, though, if he catches that, that's 7.
That's going to bring the end of the first quarter. Mustangs up 13-7. We'll be back with the second quarter after these messages.
Hi, I'm Nathan Wilcom, manager at the Longhorn Steakhouse here in Salina, Kansas. We are proud supporters of our local high school sports team and our community. I'd like to invite you to join us for a great meal at Longhorn Steakhouse. We are open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. We hope to see you at our restaurant, and when you do, ask for me or our managing partner, Sarah Grimes. We'd love to say hello.
Back here at Salina Stadium, Indians currently in the middle of their next set of downs. Going to be 2nd and 10. Currently have the ball on their own 34-yard line. And now we get to see number 15 at the bottom of our screen after switching sides.
How much taller he is.
You can look at the size difference.
Yeah.
With the number 14 of Hayes able to get defensive tackle for the Mustangs, jump off sides. Ball did not get snapped though. And that's going to be a handoff Brown. And a good kind of play by number 25 of the Mustangs. Drew Burgoon just kind of flew there from the linebacker position. Able to make sure that play doesn't go any farther than 1 yard.
Big third down. Usually they've been letting them get these third downs.
Yeah. But again, most of the third downs, Hayes has had an answer.
Let's see what they do this.
You have number
down.
15. You have like
He's
pressure. They're going to
rolling
run
out.
opposite
Looks
side.
like he's gonna pass. He has a man. That should have been caught by that wide receiver.
Number 43, Jaron Koenig, kind of had his hands on the ball again. Wasn't able to get it. Having some personnel shift here. Most of the offense still staying on the field. Might have kind of a pooch kick situation maybe. And you can kind of see the quarterback's taking a little bit deeper stance, and yeah, that is going to be a pooch kick. And that's going to be down at about the 28-yard line of the Mustangs.
I'm not so sure Driver couldn't have got that and took off.
Yeah, at some point, do you even just risk it? Your offense has been moving the ball pretty good. Do you even just risk maybe accidentally flubbing, trying to pick it up?
That's the issue right there, the flubbing it.
Handoff Peters left side.
Wow, he's
Keeping the
breaking
feet
tackles and keep
moving. And they get 7 right there.
The soccer team will be at home on Tuesday, hosting their first round contest. That is a 6 p.m. kickoff and an education event.
Second and 3, going to be a little
Makes
play
it.
action. Kavanaugh
Has a
over his
man.
body, gets it to Driver into Indians territory.
Wow, that was a great pass by Kavanaugh,
Yeah.
too. Good fake, everything. Just kind of rolled over to the side, passed it.
Mustangs back at it again. Kavanaugh rolling out.
That's a man again.
Pass complete. It's like number 28, Riley Counts. We don't call his name a ton each game, but he kind of seems to come up with some big plays when they need them. Kavanaugh again gonna be in the pocket, gonna step up, gonna keep the feet moving. Still able to pick off about 3 yards, maybe 2 or 3 there.
Carrying the ball for the Mustang, number 12, Jackson Kavanaugh. Making a tackle, number 20.
Kind of one of the first times seemed like Hayes
back up too. They're not giving them a break.
seemed like Hayes finally able to get some pressure there. Yeah, we're gonna have a stoppage of play. I think Coach Sandbo for the Mustangs called their first timeout of the half. Obviously, must have seen something he didn't like on second down there. Still 9:44 left in the second quarter. Mustangs haven't really had any trouble moving the ball down the field tonight. What do you think they're talking about down there?
They may be setting up the next 2 plays.
It very well could be. Central liking to
The no
go
huddle.
pretty fast. Yeah, that's pretty good point. They could be running 2 plays in a row, but if this play kind of gets blown up for a loss, something wrong goes, you might not have that second play. Kavanaugh gonna roll out left. Throw to the corner, has counts. Only seems to maybe get about 3 there. We're gonna get it a little bit closer.
They're lining up right now.
To number 28, Riley Counts.
Driver counts Prester on the
Quick pass.
trips there.
Wow.
The throw kind of had a
We're
good center of it, but just kind of threw it left of counts there. That's going to bring up 4th down.
now's when they need a first down off of a 4th down.
Central liking to kind of do some of the rollouts. These situations, I think Salina Central is going to take another timeout here.
Salina Central. Take their second charge of the half.
The scoreboard here currently shows the Indians with 0 timeouts, but I don't believe we've seen them call any tonight.
No.
So 2 timeouts here by the Mustangs on this set of plays. This really kind of shows the importance of it, kind of in between a maybe giving the ball back. Hayes goes down and scores and retakes the lead with an extra point versus you might be able to get into the point where you could blow this game out. Obviously still early, but a score here from the Mustangs would certainly help their cause. Kavanaugh gonna keep it, gets a spin, and he's got a first down. Good vision there by the quarterback.
And it was a quarterback keeper the whole time.
Yeah,
There was not even an attempt to pass or anything. You just don't allow the quarterback to do that.
Got Gavin Prester kind of wide open left side.
That's a man
wide open. Quentin Stewart again with another touchdown reception. And man, those are one of those plays that you're just like, don't drop it, don't drop it, don't drop it, because he was wide open.
Those are the plays that you may drop.
Yeah.
This is kind of looking familiar as to last night. Only maybe a point difference.
Yeah. Another mishandle on the snap. Kavanaugh going to try to look for a receiver.
No, and they get it.
And they do get it.
They get it. 2-point conversion on a botch play.
I think that might be Greg Gibson who got it. Well, that's one way to get back up to 21. That's a good job by the players of Salina Central, just kind of yelling that, hey, the kick's kind of broken. You usually do kind of have a call that's like, hey, you know, stop blocking certain people. We're not getting this kickoff. Just kind of go into the end zone, and they did.
When things are going your way, it just seems to go your way.
It does. It does. And I always kind of notice that with all the hard work that you put in, it seems to be those little moments seem to work out for you.
Yeah, they sure do.
And we now have a 21-7 Mustangs lead.
It's a deep kick.
Is away, fielded about the 3 now by the Indians. Has some good protection in front of him, but cut down just past the 25.
Boy, did you see him speed it up?
Yeah.
He shifted gears right there.
And Hayes doing a good job of getting their kind of wall of defenders going to the side that they want. Just not able to keep a few blocks long enough to spring the return man. And 9:06 left to go until halftime. Hayes gonna start the drive on their own 27. And it's going to be a pass over the middle.
Wow.
Oof.
I don't know if they not throw them ones over the middle and try and hit the ones on the outside.
Looking for the running back, Brown.
I think that's one of the ones that got picked off was over the middle.
Yeah, and especially when you get have the kind of balls that go off the hands of the receiver, kind of gives a little bit more air time to the ball.
Yeah, that means it begins to be anybody's ball.
Yep. And it's going to be a run here. Kind of a big hit. Left side, Indians able to pick up about 6, it looks like.
And they made that third down a manageable third down now.
Carrying the ball is number 45, Roy Maroney. Making the tackle, number 57, Fernando Rodriguez.
Handoff again on third down. Maybe a yard, not going to get him a first. Ball going to be on the 35. So far, the Hayes offense staying on the field. We saw on that pooch kick last time, we saw some personnel being changed. No personnel change now for the Indians.
Though.
I think they're trying to get a little bit of a hard count, get the Mustangs jump offside. And it's going to be a keeper by the quarterback.
And he has
He's
the
got a
first down.
Good power run there by the quarterback. Able to pick up the yards needed for a new set of downs.
That was actually a good play. You know, you kind of sit back and say, hey, boy, he could have, was he going to punt that?
Yeah, and I kind of like them wanting to stick with the run there. Now going to pass on first down.
Whoa.
Not sure of the pass again going to the running back Brown, but kind of thrown into a little bit of a no man's land. Not really anybody had a shot at that one. Yeah, it's going to be a handoff. Maybe a yard. It's one of the other running backs. Maroney. Usually with Hayden Brown's not carrying the ball, Maroney is.
Man going out in motion.
They're going to look back left side, intercepted!
Again! Flag
And we
on
got
the
a
play.
late flag coming in. Probably going to be something unsportsmanlike conduct, but
Wow.
Talus Price
Wow.
with the smooth hands.
So it looks like the Hayes Indians are loving to give the ball to the Mustangs on
They
turnovers.
Sent a man in motion right side, but then faked it that way, tried to go back to a screen, but
Again in the middle.
Talus Price knew what was coming. And I think we might have another unsportsmanlike conduct. That's going to be a late hit. Number 99, Dylan Dominguez, is going to be hit with that one. So again, moves Central back. And Ben Driver coming onto the field late, switching out with Gavin Prester. Central still looking for the play. Do have 13 on the play clock. Kavanaugh gonna look to Driver, gets by one. Then gets sandwiched between three Indians. That's gonna be enough for about a 12-yard gain and a first down. Gonna be Peters right there.
And
One
Peters
man
breaks.
gonna
And
cut
they
it
take
back.
Touchdown, Salina Central Mustangs. Peters takes it all the way to the house.
Run left side, cuts it back to the right. And you know, I would say last year, I was like, I don't know if he can break that, but with Peters' speeds this year, I don't think they're gonna catch him.
And you cannot one-arm tackling.
Yeah. And they're gonna try on for their third extra point attempt, I guess I would say. That'd be fourth, but two of them ended up. I'd almost say two of them failed in disaster, but one of them actually kind of helped them out in the end.
Yes.
And Central tacks on even more with 6:35 left to go until halftime. Mustangs now with a 21-point lead. Very steadily now being in control of this game.
Not fully in control of this game right now. It's almost a flashback of what we saw last night with the Cougars being ahead.
And Hayes still doing a pretty good job on the offensive side, I would say overall, but it's just that one moment that when Hayes makes a mistake, Salina Central is there to really capitalize on it.
Yeah, they have capitalized on it. I would say every mistake.
Yeah. Peters with
A deep
another
kick.
kick. Gonna be fielded about the 10. Gonna bring it over left side again. Ball comes out, and I think the Mustangs are on it.
It looks like the Mustangs have it.
And what did you just say about 10 seconds ago about capitalizing on mistakes?
Yes.
Gage Prester comes away with the takeaway on the kickoff. And the Mustangs already inside the red zone on the 19. You might see some Talon Peters right here.
No, it's a swing out.
They're going to try and swing it out to him, but
Wow,
Kavanaugh's just going to have to tuck it and take the hit. And I'd say even that right there was a pretty smart decision by Kavanaugh.
was.
Didn't try to force a throw, didn't try to move out of the way to try to keep the ball alive, maybe fumble it.
So
just
true.
Took the sack and live another down.
He's back to pass.
They're going to go kind of a
Whoa, and
screen.
he's hit.
This
And he
time,
dropped.
I...
But whoa, he made
They're
it.
going to say he's down. I think the ball might have been out before he was down because he was rolled over.
He was.
But maybe I think they might just call it forward progress. Maybe they were going to give that to him, but I didn't think necessarily he was down as he rolled over. The Hayes defender, but more loss of yardage for the Mustangs. 3rd and 18 now.
This is a big third down. High
They
snap.
need to get something. Got a guy
He's
coming
got a man.
backside.
He's got a man. And it's caught. It's caught.
We do have a flag down the middle of the field. It might be in the area of a defensive holding, maybe in the area of an ineligible man downfield. We'll have to see what the call is. But a lot of the Central players walking back. And it is an eligible player
ineligible.
downfield. That's kind of just, it was in that area where it was about 3-4 yards forward of the line of scrimmage.
And I don't know why he would have been downfield when they were in pass protection.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, it might have been something where the play was just kind of so long to develop. Maybe he just thought he was just going to go to the next level. Handoff Peters just trying to get something back and going to be tripped up by Hutchison. Made a couple plays on this drive. Quarterback playing linebacker.
Wow. After a great catch, to have all that
Yeah.
go bad is
Now going to be 4th and 23, 4:50 left in the half and counting. And I think Central's just going to really just kind of kill some time here. 5 on the play clock.
one timeout.
And I think they might just call. No, the Central does not use their final timeout. It looks like they're just going to take the penalty. And I almost wonder if that was just kind of designed a little bit to give your give your punter a little bit more room. I mean, usually that's normally 2 down territory, but
Yeah.
when your first down's on the 9-yard line.
Well, an ineligible man downfield is really costly when you take it down to about the 3-yard line.
And I think we saw a pretty good play yesterday by Salina South get eradicated with an ineligible man. Punt takes a little bit of an extra Salina Central roll. Going to be down about the 18-yard line. So Central ended up starting their drive on the 19. So really, it just kind of gets moved a yard back if you're Hayes.
And you didn't get hurt.
In a good
You didn't get hurt. That's a key thing on a turnover.
The Hayes defense really showing up there, and just kind of seemed like that drive, they had a little bit of different tenacity to them. They were kind of seemed to be flying to the ball a lot quicker that time. But again, Salina Central.
If you're Hayes right now, you don't want to let them score again. Like
That's going to be a handoff.
He
Brown
fell down
tripped
over-
up. Going to lose a few.
Here's the ball to number 5, Hayden Brown. Making a tackle, number 4.
And I think depending on this set of downs right here, we'll see if Hayes decides to use some timeouts. But I think they're going to need to at least pick up a first down if they want to start thinking about using any. Still with all three. Going to be a keeper by the quarterback
Keeper.
now. Cutting it.
Looks like he
Going
might
to be
have
about
the
right
first
at the
down.
marker. I think he is going to have the first down. Again, the speed of Hutchison being pretty evident there.
I haven't seen them go to their big man. I'm wondering
Yeah, I was
what's
just
the.
thinking that again.
If I had a guy as big on that outside and the short man
Yeah.
throw it up over the top.
Going to be another carry, though, by Hutchison. Gets maybe a yard. And we've kind of seen that before. We saw it yesterday. I think it was Peterson, number 5 for Newton, was their tight end, biggest player on the field. Went to him a few times in the first quarter, then really never went back to him. Of course, number 48 we like to talk about from campus.
Yeah.
Fairly often. He's a guy they seem to go to here and there.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't go to him. Going to be rolling out left side. Hutchinson going to be incomplete. Going to bring up 3rd and 9.
So if you look at the size difference between the defensive back, was that Dakota Hogan?
I think so, yeah. That's who they've got.
He's a sophomore, 5'6".
5'6" against a 6'8", and you can clearly tell the
Yeah.
size difference. The bottom of your screen, 15 for Hayes, 14 for Central.
I'm not sure why you don't take that mismatch
I
all
mean,
day.
number 15's the kind of first guy you pick in a basketball pickup game. Maybe 3rd and 9. Though Hayes
See,
gonna
they
look
look
over the
same
middle.
way.
Pass complete to Brown. Gonna be about a 15-yard gain, and that's a new set of downs.
Right in the middle of the field. But there has been disaster in the middle of the field
Yeah.
also for him.
2:20 and counting. Number 15 standing there at the bottom of the screen with his hands in the air. They're going to get it to Brown again.
Up
And he's
the
got
middle.
another first down. And I think Hayes might
Hayes
have,
calls a timeout.
they're going to take their first with 2:06 left. Hayes getting some momentum on their side with that pretty impressive stop.
Right
the
now,
Mustang
they just need
offense.
to march the ball down the field and score to set that up before they go into halftime. Then when they come out, try and pick up the rest of those points.
Yeah. Pretty important drive, though, again, for Hayes as the Mustangs do get the ball at halftime. Again, as Hayes elected to take the ball first, did get the score with about a 5-6 minute drive, but
The difference was that they came right back. The Mustangs came right back and scored also.
yeah.
And then it's been Mustangs.
Well, I don't really have a little magic 8 ball, but I feel like it's kind of that time where the Central defense comes up with a turnover.
That's the kind of night it's been for the Hayes Indians.
That one player leaning just a little bit on the Mustang front line.
They don't even look to this side if you watch their...
Yeah, they don't really. They don't seem to even look to his
that
right.
other side.
Hutchinson's going to keep it.
Run.
Getting through a few tackles. Going to be tackled after a gain of 3. A little bit of a low snap, fielded, looking left side.
Whoa.
Ben Driver went up for the swat. Not sure if he fully ended up making contact with it, but if he completely misses and Brown's able to come down with that, he's going to be able to walk into the end zone.
I think number 14, Mr. Dakota Hogan, has got him an easy night.
So far. And even with that, with number 15, it's not like he's getting help from a safety from Ben Driver.
Nobody.
I mean, now they're going to look right side, but gets it to 19. Gets it to Casey Lang. Going to bring up 4th down. Indians going to keep the offense on the field.
Mr. Gibson is on this side. That's maybe why they're throwing away from him.
It's going to be 4th down, 1:05 left. Trying to get them to jump off a little bit. Signals coming in from the Hayes sideline. And Hayes is going to take a timeout. Yeah, kind of just the timing of it. You thought maybe it was going to be a full, or it's going to be encroachment, but.
Yeah, you did. You would think that too.
Yeah. We had a pretty good view, at least from the aerial, and didn't look like there was movement, but didn't look like they were close to jumping off.
You didn't know if it was going to be a flag.
Yeah, and then after they blew it, I was like, man, maybe one of the offensive linemen moved, but Hayes had the clock running, elected to run it pretty much all the way down to the end for the 4th down. If they convert, going to be maybe left with about 45 seconds and 1 timeout. I mean, you obviously don't want to say this is really the ball game in the second quarter, but if Hayes doesn't get something here, Central's going to be getting the ball.
Now look how much he's towering over that guy.
Yeah, and he's playing up on him too.
Right.
I mean, you really don't even have to try to throw it up to him. He's just clearly going to get it. Maybe see something like a run here, and you will. Quarterback keeper going to go over the edge.
And he has the first down.
I think they're going to give it to him. It's going to be seem to be right at the yard marker.
Wow, it's going to be close. I can't see.
Clock's going to be stopped at 43. They are actually going to officially signal first down. And the clock is about to start, now rolling.
And that's what they need to move the ball down the field now.
Hayes not seem to be in any hurry up.
And I don't understand that part of it. With the score being 28-7, you would love to get 7.
Yeah, and you certainly want to leave yourself enough time. Snap the ball at 21. Clock still going.
Rolling, and
Hutchins is going to be sacked. And Hayes is now going to call their final timeout with 12 seconds left. Could maybe try something on the end, or maybe just take 2 shots at the end zone.
I send them to the end zone. I send him to the end zone, and if number 15
was
can
gonna
catch
say
it anyway,
yeah.
let's make it a jump ball
Yeah,
for him.
that's exactly what I was going to say. You just go make a pile there, maybe around the A or the R of the Cougars in the end zone.
That's it. And
And
throw, see who can catch it.
You just tell your guy to go get a rebound.
There you go.
A pretty big sack there by the Mustangs.
So Mr. Hogan's had an easy night tonight. They haven't thrown to this side, but also Mr. Gibson is on this side.
I almost want to say pretty easy night with an asterisk so far because things could change.
You believing it's gonna change?
I don't want to jinx it.
At 28-7?
I mean, we do have some Hayes coaches in the next room aside of us. I want to make sure they don't hear you.
They probably already know.
Yeah, they
They're
probably
seeing
do.
the same thing we're seeing.
Yeah. Indians have the ball on the Mustang 40-yard line. Central having
He's playing off
safety
of
on
right
the 20
now.
and then the 25.
And he's not even looking.
They're going to look
his way.
over the middle. And even if that pass is complete, I don't think you get another playoff.
If I'm the Salina Central Mustangs, I know that he only goes one way.
Seems to be always wanting to look left or over the middle.
Always. And he middle, left,
Yeah.
that area. It's very seldom. I think he's thrown one or two.
It's almost like he's kind of just ignoring his
And
big
he's locked
receiver
in.
out
See, he's
there.
locked in over there.
He is. Going to be flushed out of the pocket. 2 seconds
Now he's
left.
got
Going to be
his
the
big
last
man
play
up
of the
there.
half. Barring a penalty.
And it's
Incomplete. Mustangs and Indians there to try and get it. But going to be incomplete. Going to bring us to halftime.
Wow.
Mustangs lead 28-7. And we'll be back with some halftime discussion right after this.
Hi, I'm Nathan Wilcom, manager at the Longhorn Steakhouse here in Salina, Kansas. We are proud supporters of our local high school sports team and our community. I'd like to invite you to join us for a great meal at Longhorn Steakhouse. We are open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. We hope to see you at our restaurant, and when you do, ask for me or our managing partner, Sarah Grimes. We'd love to say hello.
Welcome to the Salina Media Connection halftime show. Our score, Mustangs 28, Indians 7. Charles, we saw at the very beginning of the game, Hayes elected to take the ball, and they really did march the ball down the field, but ever since then, haven't really seen much of the Hayes offense.
and that the reason for that is turnovers. They've got to stop the turnovers.
And kind of on those turnovers as well, obviously just being able to capitalize on the Mustang side, but just what you kind of said earlier, even just the little mistakes that Hayes makes, Central is able to capitalize on it. And I think you can clearly see that with them up by 21 at halftime. Again, with the Central offense, Talon Peters, the throwing to Quentin Stewart, to Ben Driver, those kind of guys, Riley Counts, they kind of just, everybody's showing up tonight.
They are. All of them are showing up. But what I say is I would look for a number 15 on Hayes, an awful tall guy, and he has a 5'6" corner on him. I'm wondering why you don't go up top.
Yeah, you can probably see it on your screen if you're watching the archive of this on YouTube. You can kind of rewind the game just a little bit, just see the size difference between 15 Reuter of Hayes and the number 14 of Central. It's just like you just look at it and you're like, how is this not what's going to see? But every time the quarterback Hutchinson completely looking the opposite way on offense.
Or across the middle.
Yeah. We'll have to see if they go to that. It's just kind of a glaring maybe omission out there. But again, our halftime score 28-7 Mustangs. We'll see if the Hayes Indians can kind of come back with a little bit of fight, or we'll see if the Mustangs kind of put this away early in the third. But thanks very much for watching. We'll be back with the third quarter right after this. And welcome back to Salina Stadium here on a Friday night in mid to late October, I would say. Our halftime score again, 28-7 Mustangs over the Indians. Central doing a pretty good job the last few plays before halftime, able to stop the Indians from getting a score. That then leads to the Central offense going to be taking over on the first drive of the second half. And the Central return players lined up one way for the return. Now they got to run all the way to the other end.
Well, that's a way to warm up.
That is true.
From the beginning. So you're ready to play some football.
One of the Hayes coaches getting pretty fired up out there, trying to light a little bit of a fire under his team. What do you suspect? Maybe kind of like a little onside here, kind of surprise onside kick.
I'm thinking kick it deep and let's get this game underway. And I'm thinking that.
And they are going to kick it deep. Fielded about the 6. It's going to be Driver.
Whoa!
Blocks inside. Cuts it back.
Whoa! 2 men from taking it to the house.
Going to be down at the 49, but really just had 2 players there for Hayes, just kind of spying and just kind of having to clean up. Ben Driver passed the first 9 tacklers.
So what do you think the Hayes Indians are going to come out and do different?
Well, you can see they can. Well, they're going to. Central's going to run on first down with Peters. Well, I was going to say they stacked the box. Kavanaugh's 9 for 10 with 3 passing touchdowns, 123 yards. But then if you kind of spread them out, drop some more into coverage, Talon Peters is going to run all over you. Kavanaugh going to complete to Driver. Good sustained blocks out there by the Mustangs.
That's the first down. So Kavanaugh, he doesn't seem to be missing on his passes.
He's been doing really well. I can't even really remember the one incompletion.
I don't need to tell you the truth.
Keep it by Kavanaugh. Still on his feet. Let's push some pile. And it's going to be about right at the 25.
Moving the chains. That's what they're doing. Moving the chains.
Central's lining up real quick. Might just stop back and look for a play, but they're going to snap it quick. Peters, handoff. Kind of runs into his own lineman.
That's
picked! And he might have another first down.
Real close.
We do have a flag, though.
We do have a flag.
And having a discussion about it, ended up being on the kind of opposite end of the field, kind of the near side to us. Face mask on number 85 of the Indians.
Wow.
That's going to give him a few more yards. I'm going to probably make it about.
1st and 10, huh? 1st and gold.
And it looks like ball's going to be about, what, the 7-yard line?
1st and goal. I don't know what's about to happen here.
Well, I think I know what's going to happen. Just depends on how they
Peters.
get there. But
Wow.
Peters going to be stopped. Maybe he
Right
lost
there.
a yard. Kavanaugh
He's
going to
rolling.
keep it, tucks it himself. Good backside block by Peters. He gets it inside. It's like the 4, maybe to the 2. Indians had a backside runner going for Kavanaugh, but Talon Peters able to put him on his back. Third and goal from the 2. I think they might direct snap this to Peters. They do. Not gonna get there.
He doesn't get it.
Looks like probably just no gain. Indians do a good job clogging up the line.
Was it 4th down?
It is 4th down, I believe now. That was just
2
third.
yards. Now this is a big stand for the Hayes Indians.
Yeah, it looks like Central's
If they can hold them right here.
gonna go for the touchdown. Kavanaugh gonna be in the shotgun. And they're gonna pitch it. Peters cuts
And he
it
cuts
back.
it, and he's in for a Mustang touchdown.
That is just exceptional vision by Talon Peters. If he continues that play going left, it's going nowhere. Able to cut the ball back with his speed and quickness and get it into the end zone.
He cut against the grain, and they were all flowing this way.
Yeah, it just really
and
kind of
he came back.
Oh, and we have yet another mishap. Peters gonna take it back and throw. Gonna be a double pass. Kavanaugh's gonna throw it in the end zone.
And it's caught!
Riley
They
Count.
just scored 2 points on a busted play!
Coach Sanbo can't believe it. Running out there.
When things are going your way, they're just going your way.
It's like pandemonium. On one hand, if you're Coach Sanbo, you gotta be excited. On the other hand, you gotta work on that special teams. You gotta work on that field goal. Wow.
But why work on it when you can score 2 points?
I love that Peters got the ball after the kind of mishap. Looked like he was going to just run with it. Then he just kind of spread the ball out like, hey, I'm going to throw this somewhere.
And throws it back.
Throws
to
it behind
Kavanaugh,
back to Kavanaugh, who was
and
the holder.
Kavanaugh throws it into the end zone
Counts kind of just wide
for
open
the 2 points.
on the M. Oh, man. I think you're going to have to rewind that and watch that one again. Wow.
A totally busted play turns into 2 points for the Mustangs.
That did not look busted at all to me, Charles. that looked like poetry in motion. And Peter's going to be
Deep
kicking
kick.
off
Deep kick.
at the 5, returned. And it's going to be the running back Brown with the return there. Gets it about the 26.
Now let's see how that offense comes out after this.
I just don't think we've gotten over that play yet, though. I don't think we've gotten over what that 2-point conversion was. For those counting, that's 36-7 Mustang lead. We'll see what the Hayes Indians come out with. They're going to start on the 27. And going to be a keeper by Hutchinson. Looked like he kind of lost the little bit control of the ball there when he kind of got it. Looked like it was almost getting ready to slide down kind of around where his thigh pad was, but able to corral it again.
Chipped him up, maybe a couple of yards.
Thrown left side. Another good rally to the football there by the
That's
Mustangs.
their favorite side. It's already obvious. I mean, you know what side they're going to go to.
And if we've kind of already seen they're not going to throw the ball really to 15, but if you're at that point, why don't you switch sides? Maybe instead of him being on the right, why don't you put him on the left and maybe throw it to the right? But that might be Hutchinson's kind of preferred way to go is left. He's going to throw over the middle. Good catch there. Casey Lang able to reach back behind him and get enough for an Indian first down.
They love to throw it over the middle too, but throwing it over the middle has cost them a couple of times.
Yeah, especially with the ball going off the hands on some of the Indians' receivers early in the game. You've got Mustang defenders right there in the middle to come down with it.
He's back to pass.
Gonna look left side
He's
again.
got a man. He's got a man. And he's taking. He's
pushed out of bounds by Ben Driver. Hayden Brown.
That's a big play for the Hayes Indians.
Seen him as the running back, but numerous times been making catches out in the field. A massive gain. Gets the ball inside the 25 on the 24.
That's got to be one of the biggest plays they've had tonight.
Five wide for the Indians. Gonna do a little wide receiver screen.
Same side. He kind of faked the look over there, but he was locked in on the other side.
It was taken down by Cole Schroeder, who was able to make the catch, but not getting any yards. It's going to be a keeper by Hutchison. Good run up the middle, picks up 8. Third and 1 now. And it looks like a pretty long one. It's probably going to end up being 2. Handoff, Brown.
Ooh.
Easily gets the first down inside the 5 to the 3. Indians are 3 yards away.
They must gonna come to the other side.
Kind of bunching it up. Right now, going to be a handoff. Brown, nothing there. Has to retreat. And just penetration from all sides. Brown had really nowhere to cut it, either left or right. Oh, lose 2 on that. 2nd and 5 now.
Full house backfill.
Gonna hand it to Brown again. Again, gonna be met. Maybe loses a yard there. 3rd down. Now on the 6. New personnel coming in. Gonna look past.
Oh,
they're going to 15. He may be 6'8", but he's gonna have to be about 7'5" if he's gonna have a chance at that.
Yeah.
We did have a flag thrown on the far side. It's on an official pick it up. And it's just gonna be sideline warning on Hayes. And that's gonna be 4th down now. Well, they finally went to the side of 15.
Yeah. But that was just way too high.
Yeah.
You bring it down and there may be problems for the Mustangs.
Fourth down here on the 6. Low
Back, he
snap.
rolls out.
Hutchison throws complete.
Touchdown, Hayes Indians.
Was able to get in for the touchdown. Might have been a little close, maybe any little chance of maybe the knee being down before, but call on the field is touchdown. And Hayes looking to make it 14 points on the night. And that kick is up and good. 22-point lead for the Mustangs as they lead 36-14. But Hayes scored on the first drive of the game and now score on the first drive of the second half. And even just back and forth, one drive apiece. We've only got 4:28 left in the third.
And if the Hayes Indians wouldn't have made so many key turnovers, they would be in this game right now.
They would. Central's defense able to make some stops. Still living from yesterday. Central's defense able to make some stops without turnovers, but obviously 2 of them they give away. We have Bohemian Rhapsody playing in the stadium right now. Having some of these Central fans singing along. Maybe to coincide with the Freddie Mercury movie that just released in theaters.
Low
Kind of a
short
squib kick, but
it's out of bounds.
The original bounce is out of bounds.
It's at the 40. No,
It looks like the official's standing out at the, looks like 37. But since it didn't get to the 35, they might take another 5 yards. Yeah, 5 yards in advance. Central's going to have it on the 42. I mean, if you're going to automatically just kick the ball out of bounds, surely you at least want to get it past the 35.
Oh, fumbled it!
Fumbles the ball. I don't think he knew where the ball was.
Had the ball.
And to me, I think Peters might have caused that fumble as Peters was coming across, maybe kind of on a swing route. It looked like Peters ran into Kavanaugh. I think the official was discussing if it's going to be fumble or incomplete, but I think that's obviously a fumble.
Oh, that's definitely a fumble.
Kavanaugh kind of ran backwards, thought maybe the ball went behind him.
He went to pass, and it was just straight down on the ground. That's not a good sign.
Well, now the Hayes Indians capitalize on a Mustang turnover.
Well, let's see if they really capitalize. Earlier in the game, the Mustangs were taking in their turnovers in for touchdowns. He's back to pass.
Gonna look middle of the
got
field.
A man. Oh, just overthrown. He had a man, though.
He also had good protection there. Hayes showing some life.
They need this score to get back in this game.
They don't need all of it right now. Just kind of keep moving the ball down the field. Brown's going to help out with that. Still going.
And he has the first down.
About the 22.
Wow. What do we have going on here now? Not looking good.
Do you have a little bit of a lapse if you're the Mustangs? Or is it just kind of Hayes getting some confidence, playing with a little bit of momentum?
Quarterback keeps it. Maybe gets a couple.
Still having to sort through the pile there.
Down.
I think we just kind of had some players laying on top of each other.
Getting a low rest.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like the quarterback shaking his ankle.
Yeah, he is a little bit. No, I was going to say, I mean, it's cold. I mean, sometimes you guys got to bundle up out there. Stay warm. Again, it's pretty nice night here in Salina.
Down on the field, it's cold, though.
Yeah, it is.
No. See, he looks one
Stepping
way.
back, going
he
left.
looks the same way.
Pretty good thrown ball, but good
looks
job.
Like the quarterback is hurt. Oh, no, he gets up.
Did end up on the ground.
He took a good hit.
It was a good throw, just even good coverage there.
But he likes to throw to the same side.
He does.
So if I'm the Mustangs, I'm going strong on that side.
You know, even just don't assume that, oh, well, he might go right. I mean, just you make him prove that you're going to throw it right. Even if they burn you one time. Going to be quarterback keeper. Getting through blocks. Maybe about right at the marker. And I think they're signaling first down.
He's got a first down.
Tallis Price, who had one of the interceptions earlier as a lineman coming out of the ball game for the Mustangs.
He's back. He rolls out a little short dump pass
to his running back, but really just gave him no shot. I mean, he was open to be able to catch that turn up field, get some yards.
But again, we go to that same side.
He might not have been able to get a touchdown, but clearly would have gotten something there, but it's almost like he was maybe worried about putting too much on it. He didn't put enough.
I am believing that 15 is no more than a decoy.
But then at that point, if he's just kind of a decoy, if they're going to throw him to him like, what, one every 100 times, it seems like, why maybe put him out there?
See, they're running that way.
Still
on his feet.
And you're going to bring up about a 3rd and 2. But at that point, I mean, you've just been proving you're not throwing to him, so I'm surprised they haven't put somebody else out there. Third and 2. Trying to get some of the Mustangs jump off sides. Be handoff. Brown
and
runs into a wall. Keeps the head down.
Hayes Indians.
And
they're trying to get back in this game.
Well, we got a ball game. 1:33 left until the 4th.
And they've scored back-to-back touchdowns.
And that's just even power running there by Hayden Brown, the running back. Hit a wall pretty much right at the line of scrimmage, but just lowered his head and his pads and just kept his feet moving.
It's good.
That brings our score 36-21.
Those 2-pointers that the Mustangs score may come back to help.
Yes,
it might. Help of the game.
I mean, even you look at both of the other, that's kind of like, mini 4-point swing on both of those botched extra points. They were able to get 2-point conversions on. I mean, you could be looking at only an 11-point lead.
Yeah.
Instead of 15.
So they're back in this game, and this is only the third quarter, so they've got another quarter to finish off these next 2 touchdowns.
And this is something we've seen a little bit different. I mean, we kind of saw the normal Mustangs kind of pulling away, but usually most of the times these games are kind of over.
Yeah.
That Central has, but this time giving the Indians a little bit of room to come back. Again, we're almost at the end of the third quarter. Central's offense has only had the ball once this quarter.
And they turned it over?
And they
had it twice.
Well,
right?
I believe so. Yes, you're correct. I apologize. Well, we're just going to say it once. Thank you. Yes, had the turnover on the first play.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was thinking that maybe it was on the kickoff, but you're correct.
It's a deep kick.
And that's going to go out of bounds again. Got pretty close to the goal line, but
though.
almost wonder if the Hayes coach was talking to your kicker like, hey, if you're going to kick it out of bounds, just at least get it past the 35.
Right. Well, I'm not so sure that it even matters if we can get a turnover out of it. The Mustang offense has got to show what they're made of right now.
And they're going to take over on their own 35. Going to elect to take the ball right hash. Going to be a sweep, flag out on the far side. Counts, leaps a defender. Only going to get about one, but could have maybe one of those illegal formation kind of
Tackle made by number 78, Logan Schultz.
penalties.
Illegal formation.
Yeah, it is going to be illegal formation. Not enough men on the line of scrimmage. Negates the 1 yard play.
They're pushing them back. It's like the Hayes Indians have got a fire somehow, and the Mustangs are just there.
High snap.
Fumble, the ball's on the ground.
Fumble.
And it looks like
Hayes.
the Hayes Indians have it again.
They're
They
still
had two
searching the
men on
pile,
it.
but yeah, there's many, many Indians in the area.
It looked like there was 2 of them right there on the ball.
Yeah, it looks like they're saying white football.
Mustangs
Central.
are going to have to get they're going to have to wake up. Something is going to have to throw the water on them or something.
And again, the fumble comes kind of in this exchange between Kavanaugh and Peters. That time, high snap kind of ruined it. Kavanaugh had to hurry up to try and get the ball to Peters, but in the process ended up losing the ball. That's kind of where those high snaps can kind of, and even low snaps can disrupt the rhythm. Hayes gonna take over though. And the 37 of Central, Brown gets a seal block.
Whoa, and he's
Ben Driver makes the tackle. Ball comes out.
loose.
And
And the
Central
Mustangs have it.
take it right
And
back.
there's a flag on the play.
And I wonder if that's maybe, I didn't necessarily see, did that flag come after the fumble?
Wow. What a turn of events here.
A turnover of events, some would maybe say.
Yeah, there you go. That's exactly the words for it.
I think I wrote the newspaper headline for the morning. 3 officials still talking about it. If this is on Central, could negate
Well, I think
The
it was
fumble.
after the. It was after.
Yeah, it's after the play. And we have offsetting unsportsmanlike conduct penalties on both teams. Didn't necessarily hear the Indians number, but number 4 for the Mustangs, that was Gage Prester. So now 3 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties on 3 different Mustang players. This one doesn't really do any damage as it offsets. But there's a good exchange to Peters, cutting
He's
through
breaking
some.
tackles and still rolling.
It's about 5, but man, you got your perfect opportunity if you're Hayes.
They did. They had their perfect opportunity to get back in this game.
And they gave it right back.
But now the Mustangs have got to do something with it.
And I think it's, still a 15-point game. Might be last play of the third quarter. I think you definitely still got to go aggressive. Can't just kind of run clock and survive. You got to stay aggressive, win this game. It's going to be handoff Peters again. He's going nowhere. And the final 4 seconds tick off of the third quarter.
Third quarter comes to a close.
Well, we're gonna switch sides. The end of the third quarter, 36-21 Mustangs. And we'll be back with the final 12 minutes after this.
Hi, I'm Nathan Wilcom, manager at the Longhorn Steakhouse here in Salina, Kansas. We are proud supporters of our local high school sports team and our community. I'd like to invite you to join us for a great meal at Longhorn Steakhouse. We are open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. We hope to see you at our restaurant, and when you do, ask for me or our managing partner, Sarah Grimes. We'd love to say hello.
And we're back with the final 12 minutes. Barring an exciting overtime, if that may or may not happen. Again, our score 36-21 Mustangs. Indians
Squandered
fighting.
a great opportunity.
Yeah. Still in this game, only down 15.
You got to score on those turnovers.
Again, the playoffs starting next week, but you might be able to kind of have a little bit of a lapse like that in the third quarter, maybe against Hayes, but you're not going to be able to do that against some of the other teams.
Kavanaugh rolls out, has a man.
That's Stewart. Picks up maybe about 15 and gets a first down. Quinn Stewart already with 3 touchdowns on the night. Mustangs, new set of downs. Peters going out right, throws to him. Good block from the outside. Peters across the 40, cuts it back, maybe doesn't need to.
He's taking it to the house.
Going.
Touchdown, Salina Central Mustangs! And that was all Peters.
Peters makes a cutback around the 35, and I don't think he necessarily needed to, but he did it anyways, and it caught him off guard. Able to get by a tackle, and the speed of Peters just does the rest. And good job by blocking there on the ends. Kick up, and that one is good.
Wow. So that was a turn of events that hurt the Hayes Indians.
43-21. Mustangs, little bit of a more comfortable lead again. I mean, I can't really say that's what we were expecting to happen. So quick, so fast. So many things happening all in succession. Again, Central does make another turnover, but again, the Central defense capitalizing on another miscue by the Indians.
And not only that, a miscue where they had been totally, if I may say, gotten behind or lost a lot.
Yeah.
Or they let the Hayes Indians gain a lot of yards.
Mm-hmm.
And then they get the ball.
Yeah. Peters with the kick. And that's going to go out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
And now the Indians will start on the 35.
And they're going to need a quick score.
Down 22, 11:23 left.
A quick score.
And even if you're down 3 possessions, even if you don't get a 2-point conversion on one of them, that's going to stretch it out into a whole nother possession they would need. So they're going to need at least a 2-point conversion on one of them. Obviously, if they score quick, probably going to elect to go for the extra point because, it's kind of a thing.
Is on the other side.
Kind of a thing where you worry about it when you get there. First down run maybe gets a half a yard.
If that. Actually lost yards. Looks like a half a yard.
Maybe.
Or maybe a few inches.
I left my ruler in the truck.
There they go.
Number 90 for the Mustangs, not sure if he was lined up correctly.
Little short inside pass.
Number 43 is going to take it for the Indians for about 6 yards. Going to bring up third down. Not seeming to be any urgency necessarily. Don't have to be a lot of urgency, but I thought it might be a little bit quicker than what we might be seeing. Don't obviously need to be running a 2-minute drill, but
yeah, they should be.
But I mean, they're just now lining up, and it was 10 seconds on the play clock. And going to be play action thrown over, trying to find Brown, who's been a target tonight, but incomplete. He brings up fourth down, stops the clock at 9:56.
I just can't believe it. How your tall man you don't go up top with. You just use it as a decoy all night.
I mean, I don't know if you just got to, we talked about the glue yesterday, just stick some pine tar on there or some tree sap or something, but you got to make sure that guy can come down with a ball. They're going to punch, pooch kick. Quarterback went up pretty far away. Ben Driver's going to take it, running backwards. Going to cut it back up now. Loses the ball!
But the Mustangs are down on it.
It was a good job by Drew Bracoon. I guess just kind of hanging out in the back. Able to get back on it. If he kind of runs up and tries to go make a block, he's not in position to recover that. And if he's not there, you might have a scoop and score.
That would have been devastating for the Mustangs.
Mustangs do put it on the turf again, but this time lucky to get back on it.
I think this week that they need to practice on the turnovers.
I think turnovers and keeping the ball security and probably the special teams kick.
Oh.
PAT. It's just a keeper by Kavanaugh, going to run forward for about 4.
Well, you didn't know that was their secret weapon?
Oh, exactly. See, I just don't read into it as much. Like, that was the whole point.
Yeah.
That's the real misdirection.
Yeah, that is it.
Is just flub the extra point. Kavanaugh, as a runner gets hit off.
He still has
on his
it.
feet.
Wow, he had him.
I think number 48 for Hayes laid off because I think he thought, number 40, I think he thought Kavanaugh got rid of the ball. Came off the end unblocked. I thought
he had him.
Because after he hit Kavanaugh, when Kavanaugh backed up, he turned around kind of like a 180, thought he got rid of the ball, but he still had it.
You cannot do that when you
and I don't know
got
if he was,
a guy like Kavanaugh.
I didn't know if he was worried about an unsportsmanlike because he kind of made kind of a helmet-to-helmet hit. Kavanaugh flushed out of the pocket, and that's going to collapse real quick. Had a 3rd and 1. Now going to back him up about another 4. That brings up 4th down. Looks like one unit coming on. And that's kind of the only call you got to make here. Clock rolling at 8:43. Able to run the ball a little bit, bleed some clock, but obviously you would have liked a 1st down and more. Ben Driver coming on the field late. Still plenty of time, though.
Taylor.
Low snap. Gets it on a bounce.
It's a high one.
And number 43 lets it go over his head. Takes a bounce, maybe a yard going towards Central, and then takes a roll back towards the Hayes side. Well, the Hayes Indians get a stop. Haven't seemed to have been doing that too much tonight.
Is the clock started? No.
So one thing I've noticed that with the play clock, they don't really start it until the team is really out there ready to go, especially when they come out of kind of a switching possession.
It's down to 15. Back to pass.
Gonna look right side. Overthrown. Looking for Jaron Canuck again. Still up by 22, but Salina Central kind of finally getting a contest just a little bit in the 4th quarter.
Whoa,
and
ball's on the
there's
ground! Quarterback
a mishandle.
I don't know. I'm wondering if that ball is kind of slippery or something.
Maybe, but that looked like a really fast snap.
It's been on the ground all night, though. And that's on both teams, you know.
47 for the Mustangs. Holding his, maybe looked like his right hand. That's Tallis Price, who we've called a few times, one being the interception. Hutchinson gonna throw right. They get it to 15. They're gonna hook and ladder it. A very delayed hook and ladder, but I don't know about you, but number 15 had some hands right there.
Yeah.
He was able to come down with something.
And here I thought he couldn't catch.
I know.
Shoveled off to number 19, Casey Lang.
I mean, if you're Hayes, you don't want to find that out with 7 minutes left to go in the game, down by 22.
And he's had a short man on him all night.
I was kind of surprised he's still kind of committed to the hook and ladder there after he was already getting wrapped up immediately after he caught it. But in the end, only get about 4 yards. Hutchinson's gonna look left side wide open. Had Casey Lang, was able to jump up and get a hand on it, but
he needed to take a little bit off of that.
Wide open.
And he had a man with the 1st down and everything.
Man. And that 4th down fails to result in anything, and Central's going to take over now on their own, on the Indians 37. with 6:29. I think we're going to see some Talon Peters and Jackson Kavanaugh keepers here. They're going to throw it out Ben Driver. Picks up about 4.
They could put this game away with one more score.
And they could.
Sure.
And here's Peters here, gets a good
breaks
block.
A couple.
Scores by another, gets a first down.
And more.
It almost kind of looked like there was a block on the left side, kind of at the second level, and Peters just kind of went in between both of them.
Yes. But the key thing is they're running the clock down and moving the ball.
Yeah. Kavanaugh going to step back, shooting it to the end zone. Took a shot there on first down.
Good pass. It was just a little long.
Logan Heigl was the intended receiver, but you're kind of seeing Hayes having some trouble moving the ball down the field recently, getting some receivers open, but not able to connect. At that point, well, you think maybe just kind of run it, bleed some clock, and yeah, you might give it back to them, but force them to make a play.
I think they're trying to put it away. The Mustangs right now are trying to put this game away.
And you got to be aggressive for sure.
That's right.
Play clock to 8. And they're going to hand off Peters right side. Indians able to string it out, but Peters going to cut it back up. Pyle still moving. Going to stay in bounds as clock continues to roll. And they're going to get it down to the 16. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2. And we've just hit 5 minutes left to go in the ball game. Kavanaugh gonna keep it.
He goes down.
Falls down, and you know that's almost kind of the best scenario. I mean, you avoid a hit. I mean, you're going down probably right there anyways. He just kind of goes down with under his own power instead of getting a couple Indians taking a lick at him. That play's bleeding more time off the clock. 15 on the play clock. It's going to be 4th down. Kavanaugh's going to look the pass. Going to throw off balance. Ben Driver. No, good swat. We do have a flag down at around the line of scrimmage. Might be in the area of a hold. Maybe something like a hands to the face, something.
Boy, that was a good pass. That was there in the bread biscuit.
It was. It was a good breakup, though. I thought Ben Driver almost had it. Yeah, that's going to be tripping on the Mustangs. That penalty is going to be declined. And Hayes is going to take over on downs. But Salina Central bleeds the clock to 4:09 left with a 22-point lead. So at that point, when is the play call? Everybody run 25, 30 yards down the field, send number 15 in the middle of the pile, and just say, go get it.
I would do that right now.
I know. He's going to be on the top of your screen. And they're sending
Got a man.
He's got 43, but the
Drop
ball
the
comes
ball.
out.
He got back on it.
That's going to be an incomplete pass, and I think that's the right
No, they're
call.
calling it down on.
I don't think he had complete control of that ball.
Wow.
They are going to call it incomplete, but
Wow.
Indians did send, that'll look like 5 receivers down the field. And maybe it was just the 4. But good break up there.
Wow, I thought he had it.
Those are kind of the bang bang plays. They say you got to make like a football move up the field. Didn't, according to the refs. Getting flushed out of the pocket. Gonna have to tuck it and run as he crosses the line of scrimmage. Late flag coming in.
There's a flag.
Hutchison gets about 8 on the pickup. But we're gonna see what the flag is. Kind of ended up being on the backside of the play. Kind of seemed to be behind a good amount of the players.
Number 15 was coming back for him. I don't know why. He didn't just throw it to him. He had.
And it's going to be a late hit on the Mustangs. Didn't necessarily get a number, but that's going to move the ball 15 more free yards. And coach is talking to number 99 for the Mustangs. It might have been the guilty party as he comes off to the sideline. Indians going to have a 5-step drop over the middle. Really good coverage there. It's like Cooper Chard was there.
I don't understand. 15 was wide open.
Cooper Chard kind of ended up being in the way of the receiver, but that was really just great positioning more than it was interference with the receiver. Pocket collapsing on Hutchison. And when he began to tuck that ball down, everywhere he looked, there were Mustangs in front of him. And that's going to be a pretty big loss on a sack. And we have 3:15 left. Going to be 3rd and 17. So where do you think our lady's at currently?
I'm not even sure if she's came in yet. I'm looking.
Well, she might have showed up maybe in the 3rd, but then she
he's
left.
back to pass.
They have 15, but it's intercepted. Ben Driver with another one. Still on his feet. We have a flag, looks like coming over late. Clearly going to be after the interception. Here we're going for number 15, but pass again. A little too high. And we'll see what the flag ends up being. And this might be on Central. And illegal block in the back. They're going to get Michael Russell on that. So another turnover results in more. It seems like, I feel like the 3rd time tonight, Central's had a turnover, but then have had a penalty accompanying that.
The one time they go to the decoy, and it's picked off.
Central's going to have it, though, on the 47 of the Indians. Kavanaugh's going to go for it all.
And he's got a man. Oh!
Incomplete. Gavin Prester out there. was in a position to make the play.
That was a good pass.
Great pass. And again, you kind of appreciate wanting to put the game away, but with 2:36, you might be getting pretty close there anyways. Of course, you never want to take anything for assumption. It's going to be a handoff. Peters still going.
First down.
He does get the first down. He's probably made first contact 6 yards past the line of scrimmage, but then ends up picking up about another 6. Clock rolling at 2:13. See if Central wants to take a shot here again, but no, they're going to hand off. Peters gets by some arm tackles, more arm tackles, more arm tackles. Gavin Hazelhorst has to finally put an end to the arm tackles. And I think when there's a lot of arm tackles like that, that's just quickness. That's just kind of some quickness you can't replicate in practice.
I'm starting to hear that na.
Yeah. Central with the ball inside the red zone. And I think they might just let this one run down. Central going to end up probably taking their first time out of the second half with 1:29 left. When you're at this point, do you call timeouts if the Indians are able to stop Central on the ground when they're this close, but then still down 22 with less than a minute and a half to go? Do you even call timeouts, or do you just kind of?
I would say we wouldn't call a timeout, and I'd say we just go on and start preparing for next week.
Yeah. And again, we might not know till late tonight after all the other games have been completed, but I'm sure by at least midnight, 1 a.m., they'll probably have the brackets finalized for the playoffs. So we may be able to have that information for you post-game.
Oh, it's going to be victory formation.
And the clock is just going to keep rolling.
I'm not so sure he didn't want to.
I just got word from the truck that the limousine has officially arrived.
Wow. Na.
Oh, now she's in the stadium. She might have been here for a while.
Goodbye.
1 minute remaining. And depending on when they get the snap off, they might just only need to snap it one more time. I think they might just, there's the other snap. 45 seconds. Play clock has not started at 25 yet. We'll just have to see when they officially start it.
This one is over.
And looks like they're going to have to snap it one more time. Hayes does not elect to call any timeouts, but, I mean, of course, don't want to assume anything, but Central could have probably easily been able to punch the ball in the end zone again.
We're down.
And the final play is another Jackson Kavanaugh loss for 3 yards, but I don't think it's going to matter. The final seconds tick off. And the Mustangs are going to win this one 43-21 over the Hayes Indians to improve to 6-2 on the season. And we'll be back with some post-game after this.
Hi, I'm Nathan Wilcom, manager at the Longhorn Steakhouse here in Salina, Kansas. We are proud supporters of our local high school sports team and our community. I'd like to invite you to join us for a great meal at Longhorn Steakhouse. We are open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. We hope to see you at our restaurant, and when you do, ask for me or our managing partner, Sarah Grimes. We'd love to say hello.
Welcome to the RE/MAX MVP Player of the Week. This week it is Mr. Kavanaugh. It looks like you had a good game tonight.
Thank you, sir.
Especially passing the ball. Was your line just blocking well, or you just was on target?
The receivers did a great job catching the ball. Line, really good protection tonight. Gave me a lot of time, scan the field, get the ball where I needed to, help us get down the field and get a lot of points on the board.
And then a couple of times you take off running too.
Yeah. I still get that vision. Anything falls apart. They do a good job getting down the field, getting more blocks, get some extra yards.
Okay, now I got to ask you about this play. It looks like you're kicking an extra point, and somehow it comes out 2 points. I just don't get that.
Yeah, you would think we run that in practice. Just kind of fell apart. Just kind of knew what to do. Just good football IQ. Taylor threw the ball back to me. Just did what we could with it.
Well, we'd like to thank you, Mr. Kavanaugh, for being the MVP of the week.
Thank you, sir.
Hello and welcome to the Salina Media Connection post-game show here with the victorious coach of the Salina Central Mustangs, Mark Sandbo. Coach, you guys able to pull out the win tonight. Got a little bit dicey with Hayes kind of pulling back a little bit, but talk about your team able to kind of retake the lead, or excuse me, just kind of further the lead even more and just kind of put the game away.
Yeah, we talked about that in the locker room. We talked about being resilient, and good teams, great teams are really resilient even when they're backed up against the wall. And I thought our kids did a terrific job with that, creating whatever they could, whatever type of takeaway it could. And I don't know, I'll have to go to the film. They'll see if we actually stripped it from the kid or if he just put it on the deck. But either way, make the most of those opportunities. And a tip of the cap to Hayes High. I thought they did the same thing. They made the most of those opportunities, and that's kind of what kept them in the game initially. And they just kept plugging away. And we said, to push the quit button on this team, on Hayes High, it's really deep. So understand they're going to keep fighting. They're going to keep competing.
And you're kind of talking about a little bit kind of miscues on both sides, on both teams, I would say. But one miscue that I want to take it back to that worked out for you guys was the second kind of mishandling of the extra point. Peters taking the ball, throwing it backwards to Kavanaugh then throwing it into the end zone for a complete 2-point conversion. I saw you down there on the field. You were pretty excited. What was going through your mind? You were kind of just like running in circles, it felt like.
I was excited because I love when you feel like you've impacted a kid with a football IQ. Now, I'm not going to take credit for Jackson because he's the son of a coach and a son of a former really, really great football player. But for him as a high school kid with all that's going on to realize that it was a backwards pass to him and he could throw it forward again, that's what got me excited. It seemed like aerial football, and it was just a really heady play by a heady kid and a really talented kid.
Well, we're talking about, I said it was a miscue. I thought you guys drew that up beautifully from the start, I guess I would say.
We did. My stress level would be too high with something like that.
Again, Coach, you guys finished the season at 6-2 on the season. What's kind of the next step to kind of iron things out going into the first round of the playoffs?
Yeah, we'll look at the film, and we'll obviously see some things that we need to clean up and iron out, and we'll be aware of who our next opponent is probably within the next 30, 45 minutes, and we'll take a look at them and just again, keep getting better every phase. And now we're in playoff phase, and we need to be at our best football. And, I think at times we play really well, but we just got to be consistent in that progression for 4 quarters. And when we do, it's going to be really fun.
And that has been head coach Mark Sandbo of the Salina Central Mustangs. Mustangs again being victorious tonight over the Hayes Indians. I want to say thank you for watching our doubleheader this week in Week 8. And just thanks very much for watching, and we'll have another game for you next week. Thanks for watching.
Area high school athletes now have a big home field advantage. The new Salina Regional Sports Medicine Clinic. Led by orthopedic surgeon Dr. Timothy Hawks, Salina Regional Sports Medicine offers comprehensive care, from education to prevent sports injuries, to performance, to the preservation and healing of damaged joints through surgery and rehabilitation. Fellowship trained in sports medicine orthopedic surgery, Dr. Hawks specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of ligament, cartilage, and meniscus injuries. He and his team of athletic trainers and physician assistant supports 5 area high schools, providing the highest quality, most timely care to athletes of every sport. In the school training facility, on the field, or in our clinic, we're ready wherever and whenever you need us. From high school athletes to weekend warriors, we'll help you get back in the game and keep you in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, the leader in comprehensive sports medicine.
Come watch your favorite team and earn points with our new Blazing Rewards program, only at Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
Hi, I'm Nathan Wilcom, manager at the Longhorn Steakhouse here in Salina, Kansas. We are proud supporters of our local high school sports team and our community. I'd like to invite you to join us for a great meal at Longhorn Steakhouse. We are open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. We hope to see you at our restaurant, and when you do, ask for me or our managing partner, Sarah Grimes. We'd love to say hello.
At Domino's, they work hard to make it easy for you to earn free pizza. How hard? We probably don't have enough time to talk about all the ways they've invented for you to order, but we do have time to talk about the new ways you can earn Piece of the Pie rewards points towards free pizza. Now you can earn points when you place an order by phone or in store. That means you can earn points any way you order. If you would like to enroll, see Domino's.com/rewards or call Domino's.